But guess what? I already could look at Stefon Diggs and tell that he was gay because he sleep around too much. Same thing like with Dwight Howard. When a man sleep around too much and for that long, like I got out the streets at 21 years old. When a man still sleeping around and he now about 30 and then he crossed 30, especially if a man getting hit 40s, 50s, like Shannon Sharp, them men be bisexual, which is basically gay. And they deal with women. And I'm gonna tell you what happened with bisexual men. They standards for women lower. That's why he got Cardi B pregnant. Because Cardi B is not somebody that a man really want to be with. She too loud. She too loud. She too boisterous. She too quirky. She too awkward. It's like a man is not wired to be with a woman like her. Like just the streets raise her. And that's why her relationships never work out, because it's not really, she's not raised to be a wife. She's not raised for a man. Like she raised by the streets.
Man, Stefon Diggs just can't seem to escape the spotlight lately. It feels like every other week someone's throwing his name into another wild situation. So here's what's going down. A few men have come forward accusing him of getting involved in some serious sexual behavior and even claiming he had inappropriate relationships with them. Crazy, right? Now, let's clear this up. Stefon Diggs is currently with Cardi B, and the two recently welcomed a baby boy they named Baby Brown. But this happy moment's been clouded by drama that just won't quit. Earlier this year, a guy named Christopher Blake Griffin stepped up claiming that Stefon drugged him and tried to assault him back in 2023. Since then, it's been pure chaos. Lawsuits flying left and right, countersuits stacking up, and Stefon's camp firing back hard, saying everything is nothing but lies. The whole situation is getting messy fast. So, while that first situation is already blowing up, there's now another person stepping into the mix. This time, it's a guy who goes by the name BB Banks. And his line of work? Let's just say he records himself doing some pretty adult stuff on camera. Yeah, that kind of content. Now, BB jumped on Twitter and dropped a few messages that instantly had people talking nonstop. On November 27th, he tweeted, "Sam All used to talk to all these female rappers' current boyfriends." That alone had everyone's eyebrows shooting up. But then he followed it with another post saying, "Hate to do this, but I will be stepping forward about certain things I felt I've had to keep private," allegedly. That's when things started getting even spicier. Now here's the twist. A DM screenshot started circulating online showing someone messaging Baby and asking why he unsent a message about Diggs. People are now trying to piece together what he said and why he suddenly tried to take it back. So, in the leaked DMs, the person asks, "Man, why you unsend the message about Diggs?" And BB replies, "I just got a briefing on who you are and I respect your privacy, champ. Tell your story when it's time." Then he adds, "I'm so sorry. I saw what happened and I really feel bad. I definitely don't mind saying something. I just need to get permission from my team, but I appreciate your message for real." That exchange alone had people staring at their screens like, what's really going on here? Now, if you check the timestamps, these messages were from October 2024. And the real shocker? The person BB was talking to was Christopher Blake Griffin. Yep, the same guy who earlier accused Stefon Diggs of drugging him, assaulting him, and even allegedly trying to kill him. And here's something important. At that point in time, Christopher hadn't even filed a lawsuit against Stefon yet. So people are now wondering, was all this already being plotted behind the scenes before the legal mess even started? So, after Christopher started spreading his story around, Stefon Diggs found out that his name was getting dragged and he wasn't having it. Stefon hit back hard. He's officially suing Christopher for defamation. But here's where things spiral even more. Christopher Blake Griffin turned right around and fired back with a countersuit against Stefon. Now it's a full-on legal showdown and nobody's backing down. This whole situation has everyone asking the same question. What's really going on here?
Does this new guy, BB Banks, have a story that lines up with what Christopher said? Or is he just hinting that he had some kind of private situation with Stefon? Because the fact that Christopher actually reached out to BB, someone already talking publicly about Stefon, makes it feel like there's more to the story than just random rumors. But to be completely fair to Stefon Diggs, he's not sitting quiet either. He's countersuing Christopher and denying every single accusation. None of this has been proven in court, and BB Banks hasn't actually spoken publicly or confirmed anything yet. At this point, these are all allegations. And to make things even more complicated, all this drama is dropping right after Cardi B just gave birth to Stefon's baby earlier this month. The timing could not be messier. So Cardi B's out proudly showing off their newborn, dressing little baby Brown in Patriots gear and posting all these sweet captions about how Stefon makes her feel safe and confident. She looks completely in love. But now, right when things finally seemed peaceful, this new guy pops up claiming he's been involved with Stefon too. The timing of all this is absolutely wild. Stefon's already drowning in legal drama as it is. He's dealing with that massive lawsuit involving Christopher Blake Griffin, and on top of that, there was the paternity situation with Lord Giselle, which was just confirmed, by the way, that Stefon is the father of her child. And if that wasn't enough, there's still that assault lawsuit from his ex-girlfriend Mulan Hernandez. This man's legal plate is overflowing. So now everyone's asking the same thing. Is this new guy actually telling the truth, or is he just trying to get a piece of the spotlight while Stefon's name is trending? With all the chaos already surrounding him, this couldn't have come at a worse time. Everything about this timing feels suspicious. It's starting to look like people might be trying to write off Stefon Diggs now that he's with Cardi B, one of the biggest stars on the planet. But things are definitely not looking good for him right now, especially with this new guy stepping up and claiming they had something going on. Once a story like that drops, it's like Pandora's box gets thrown wide open, and there's no closing it back up. Whether the claims are true or not, once one person speaks out, every new voice that joins in just makes the accused look worse. That's exactly what seems to be happening with Stefon Diggs. The more people talk, the messier it gets. Now, this whole situation has people questioning everything. Is Stefon Diggs really living in his truth, or are folks just trying to stir things up for clout? This drama's getting out of control fast. Now, after all this chaos started trending, fans have been flooding social media with mixed reactions. Some people are standing by Stefon Diggs, saying he's being targeted now that he's with Cardi B, while others are convinced there might be more truth behind these claims than he's letting on. The internet detectives are already piecing together old clips, screenshots, and even old posts trying to prove something is off. It's like a full-blown online investigation right now. Meanwhile, Stefon's camp is staying quiet, which only adds more fuel to the drama. People are begging him or Cardi to speak out, but neither has said a word since the new allegations dropped. Cardi's still posting her regular content, smiling, showing off the baby, acting totally unbothered, but fans can't help but wonder what's really happening behind the scenes. And let's be real, with everything piling up around Stefon, from lawsuits to baby news to these new allegations, this could turn into one of the biggest celebrity scandals of the year. Every day there's something new surfacing, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. This situation's got everyone watching, waiting, and asking, will Stefon finally break his silence? Now reports are saying Stefon Diggs might finally be ready to speak up. Word on the street is that his legal team has been working nonstop, getting everything lined up so he can drop his side of the story without risking more lawsuits. People close to him claim he's tired of being quiet while everyone else runs wild with rumors. He supposedly wants to set the record straight and show that not everything online is what it seems. At the same time, Cardi B's been catching heat too. Some fans are calling her out for standing by him, while others are praising her for staying loyal and not feeding into the gossip. She's been liking a few cryptic tweets though. Stuff like, real love doesn't fold under pressure, and silence speaks louder than lies. That's got everyone guessing whether she's throwing shade or just staying strong for her man. But the internet's got no chill. People are pulling old interviews, digging into his past relationships, and even trying to reach out to BB Banks again for more receipts. It's wild right now. And with Stefon's possible statement coming soon, social media is bracing for whatever's next. Because if he really drops the truth like people say he will, this whole situation could flip upside down in seconds. So here's the real question everyone's asking right now. Do you think Stefon Diggs really swings both ways? Or is this all just another internet rumor gone out of control? And when it comes to BB Banks, are you believing what he's saying? Or do you think he's just chasing some attention while Stefon's name is hot? This story's got people split right down the middle. And honestly, nobody knows who's telling the truth yet. I'll definitely be keeping my eyes peeled to see if BB Banks drops any more info or proof about what really went down between him and Stefon. Because if he does, it's gonna get even messier than it already is. Every new piece that comes out keeps twisting this story in a whole new direction. But now it's your turn. Jump in the comments and tell me what you think about all this madness. Are you Team Stefon or do you believe BB's claims? I want to hear what you're thinking. And don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of the next updates on this wild situation. Drop your thoughts below, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Y'all are really obsessed with who's gay and who's zesty and who's wearing this. And all I keep seeing is posts about the little Stefon Diggs boy. And I'm like, now does some of his mannerisms tickle my gaydar a little bit? Maybe. But why is it a thing? Like, why is it a big deal? That man ain't opened his mouth and said nothing about him being gay. That's y'all assumption. Like, why that man can't just enjoy feminine shit? Like, why that man can't just be like a Andre 3000 or something? And sometimes y'all just be observing the wrong ones. Like, y'all, as a person that used to deal with only DL men, y'all be in the wrong ballpark a lot of times. It be the most macho ones that you would never think that be the ones. So y'all be the ones that's comfortable with their sexuality and that will wear different things and that will like be cool with gay people and all of that stuff. Half of the time, they're just literally that comfortable with their sexuality. The ones that's shaking in their boots when they're around gay people, the ones that can't wear certain stuff because that's going to be deemed zesty. A lot of pause. Watch them. Women can have this large spectrum of personalities, but men gotta be so butch. They gotta wear this, they got a t-shirt and jeans, that's it. In the year 2025, my lord, why is it so much of a big deal? Y'all are obsessed, I tell you, obsessed. Get a grip.